Imagine a bridge hanging above the clouds, or a bridge along which a river flows, while cars drive beneath it. These structures defy the laws of nature and reason, astonish, frighten, and inspire. Today, you will see bridges that are impossible to forget. Ready to cross them, if only in your mind? Then hold on tight. Ahead lies architecture that takes your breath away. Before we begin, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It will cost you nothing, and it will help me greatly in promotion. Enjoy the viewing. And now imagine a bridge where it is not cars that drive over water, but water that flows over cars. Sounds like science fiction? Not at all. This is reality in the Netherlands. The Veluamir aqueduct was opened in 2002 and became a true marvel of engineering. Its length is 25 meters, its width is 19, and the depth of the water is 3 meters. The bridge connects the mainland of the Netherlands with the province of Flevoland. The architects dared to take a bold step. Instead of the usual junctions and tunnels, they allowed the water to walk across the highway. Here boats, cars, and even pedestrians can move at the same time. There is a separate path for them. The Veluamir aqueduct is not just an engineering solution. It is daring artistry of thought worthy of admiration. It is hard to believe, yet such bridges truly exist. Real masterpieces of human ambition soar above breathtaking landscapes. If you are a genuine lover of adventure, be sure to include Urusan Bridge in your route. This impressive 100-meter bridge is stretched 140 meters above a picturesque valley. Its architecture is inspired by the Ruyi scepter, an ancient Chinese symbol of luck and prosperity. One of the most striking features of Urusan Bridge is its glass segments, which, like magic, attract thousands of tourists every year. Stepping on the transparent panels, you seem to hover in the air, feeling the breath of nature beneath your feet. Let us return to the 20th century. In 1937, a bridge appeared that became a true legend of engineering, the Golden Gate. It not only became the longest suspension bridge of its time, but also one of the most recognizable symbols of the United States. This engineering giant stretches 2.7 kilometers, linking the eastern and western sides of San Francisco Bay. More than 880,000 tons of steel and 1.2 million cubic meters of concrete were used in its construction. The unmistakable color makes the bridge visible even in thick fog, and in the evening it sparkles with thousands of lights, creating a mesmerizing sight. The Golden Gate is not merely a landmark. Large-scale events are regularly held here, including the famous San Francisco Marathon. It has become a cult hero of Hollywood and a symbol of a dream embodied in metal. Can a bridge blink? Yes, exactly that impression is produced by the Gateshead Millennium Bridge in Britain. At first glance, it resembles gigantic eyelids gently blinking over the water. Built in the early 2000s, the bridge was officially opened by Queen Elizabeth II and immediately received a prestigious award from the Royal Institute of British Architects. Its design consists of two graceful arches. One is the deck carrying pedestrians and cyclists, the other is the vertical supporting element. A special hydraulic system allows the bridge to tilt 40 degrees in only 4.5 minutes, providing passage for boats up to 25 meters high. This is a true bridge of the new generation, connecting the banks with elegance and a style worthy of royal honor. If you have ever seen on the internet a frighteningly steep bridge that rises like a roller coaster, it is most likely Ashima Ohashi. It is often called the scariest bridge in the world. From a distance, it seems that no car could safely climb or descend such a slope. In fact, its gradient is only about 6%, perfectly safe for traffic. The bridge towers above the water, allowing ships to pass freely beneath. Thanks to its unusual visual effect and optical illusion, it has become a global internet sensation. A wheel capable of lifting a vessel weighing 600 tons to a height of 24 meters sounds like science fiction, does it not? Yet such a structure really exists. The Falkirk Wheel in Scotland is the world's first revolving boat lift, created to connect two canals at different levels, the Forth and Clyde Canal and the Union Canal. Its construction was inspired by a Celtic axe, a gigantic gear 35 meters in diameter with two symmetrical arms 15 meters long. The mechanism works on Archimedes' principle and requires only as much energy as is needed to boil 8 kettles of water. The Falkirk Wheel became not only an engineering marvel, but also a true symbol of Scotland, so much so that its image appeared on the 50-pound banknote. Today, tourists can not only watch the mechanism in action, but also ride a special excursion boat, feeling the vessel seemingly soar in the air. While many suspension bridges crumble over time, Queswashaka in Peru stands as it has for centuries, losing neither strength nor significance. And the most amazing thing, it is made entirely of grass. For hundreds of years, this bridge has connected villages in the Cusco region, serving not merely as a crossing, but as a symbol of culture and unity for the local people. Each spring, a unique ceremony takes place. Residents of the entire area gather to untwine the old bridge by hand and weave a new one, using techniques passed down through generations. This is not simply engineering, it is the soul of a people, materialized in bundles of grass intertwined by human hands. Some bridges cross rivers, some connect banks. The Millau Viaduct in France seems to reach for the heavens. It is the highest cable-stayed bridge on Earth, soaring above the Tarn Valley, one of the deepest in France. The idea for this grand structure belonged to engineer Michel Verlogeux. At first, the project proposed descending into the valley, but then one of the road engineers asked a simple question: why descend if we can pass above? Thus began the story of this majestic bridge. With its 2.5 kilometers of length and a maximum height of 343 meters, it surpasses even the Eiffel Tower. Each of the 7 piers weighs about 19,000 tons, an engineering wonder indeed. Built to replace an outdated route, the bridge greatly shortened travel time between regions. Today, if you travel to France, be sure to add Millau to your list of sights. It amazes the imagination no less than the Eiffel Tower itself. The name sounds sinister, Devil's Bridge. You might imagine something gloomy and frightening. Yet in reality, the Rakottsbrücke in Kromlau Park, Germany, evokes admiration rather than fear. Legend holds that only the devil could build a bridge thrown across water without a single supporting pillar. Its curved arch, together with its reflection in the water, creates a perfect circle as if cut from dreams. It is like a portal to a fairy realm. This is not merely a bridge, this is a stone fantasy turned into reality. It has long become a place of pilgrimage for photographers, dreamers, and those who believe in the magic of ancient legends. A bridge that seems to have emerged from myth greets you in Da Nang, Vietnam. This is the Dragon Bridge, a giant steel structure echoing the curves of a majestic dragon soaring above the Han River. The bridge extends 568 meters, and the weight of the structure approaches 9,000 tons. Yet the real magic begins at night, when more than 2,500 light-emitting diodes turn it into a glittering wonder. And on weekends, precisely at 9 o'clock in the evening, an event draws crowds of tourists. The dragon breathes fire and water, creating a captivating light show. Do not forget to look at the nearby Love Bridge, where couples leave locks with wishes and names, another romantic touch to this fairy tale location. Do you think it is possible to build a real stairway to heaven? In China, such a project has already been realized. People call it exactly that. The Yaki Expressway amazes with its architectural idea. Every kilometer traveled raises you 7.5 meters higher, as though the road itself leads to the clouds. Laid through mountains, tunnels, and viaducts, the highway includes 270 bridges and 25 tunnels. This is not merely a motorway, but a monument to human courage and engineering skill, embracing nature without destroying its beauty. Even more striking is that construction of this grand project took only 5 years. Standing at the summit of this road at Yaxi, it becomes clear. When people dare to dream and to act, nothing is impossible. Some bridges carry you from point A to point B. Nanpu Bridge in Shanghai becomes an architectural adventure in itself. From above, it looks like a perfectly drawn labyrinth spiraling in a mighty coil. Its length is 8,346 meters. It has become a crucial element of the transport system, linking old Shanghai with the rapidly developing Pudong district. The principal engineering feature is its circular interchange. This not only gives visual impact, but also reduces the grade of ascent without occupying too much urban territory. Until 1991, one could reach the opposite bank only by ferry. Rumor has it that the inspiration for such a form came from a 9-year-old boy, the architect's son, who drew something similar in a notebook. Who knows, perhaps the most brilliant ideas indeed arise from children's fantasies. Where else can you see a bridge grown from a tree? In the Indian state of Meghalaya, in the village of Mawlynnong, during the rainy season, roads often become impassable. But the Khasi people found a unique solution. They grow bridges from the roots of ficus trees. Yes, you heard correctly. Here, the roots are not cut, but guided. The Xiang Bridge, for instance, consists of 2 levels of roots intertwined by hand. These living constructions can support up to 50 people at once and have served people for more than 180 years. To reach it, you must conquer steep and narrow mountain trails. Yet the effort is fully rewarded. This journey feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Now local residents are growing a 3rd level, in the hope of attracting even more tourists who will appreciate this magic created by nature and human hands. The sky beneath your feet. That is what travelers feel when stepping onto Sky Bridge in Malaysia. This architectural masterpiece hovers more than 700 meters above sea level, supported by only 1 steel pylon and a system of 8 tensioned cables. The bridge is 125 meters long, and you can reach it via a picturesque cable car that lifts you to the mountain peak. The view from 2 observation platforms astonishes. Green tropical forests merge with the azure expanse of the sea, and clouds seem within arm's reach. Few know that construction of the bridge was a real challenge. Every element was lifted to the summit by helicopter, and assembly required jeweler-like precision. This place is not just a sight. It is a unique experience that remains in memory forever. Terrifying shots in the film The Fifth Wave show the famous Tower Bridge collapsing. Luckily, in reality, it has stood strong and proud for more than a century, linking the banks of the Thames. This is not merely a bridge, this is a symbol of London, adorned with Victorian Gothic details and majestic towers. Between them is a high pedestrian span with a panoramic view of the capital. The special feature of Tower Bridge is that its central part rises to let vessels pass. Even after a century since its opening, the bridge is crossed daily by more than 40,000 people. Its image graces souvenirs, postcards, and of course, the hearts of all who have ever seen it in person. Amid the clouds in the mountains of Vietnam, a magical ribbon seems to float, the Golden Bridge. It is 150 meters long and is held in the palms of a giant. That is exactly how its structure looks. 2 gigantic hands support the bridge, as though fashioned by ancient gods. It seems the hands are carved from stone, but in fact, they are a frame of steel pipes covered with metal mesh and fiberglass. The railings are clad in gilded steel with titanium inserts, giving the bridge a noble glow. The Golden Bridge was conceived not only as an architectural curiosity, but also as a practical solution for tourists, easing the ascent of a steep slope. In the end, it became a true world-class attraction and a photogenic wonder that will never be forgotten. In Uruguay, there is a bridge seemingly drawn with a compass. So precise and elegant is its circular silhouette. Laguna Garzison connects the cities of Rocha and Maldonado and replaced old, unsafe pontoon crossings. Its project was developed by architect Rafael Vignoli. The unique round shape not only makes the bridge visually attractive, but also serves a practical purpose. It slows automobile traffic, increasing safety. At the same time, the bridge is completely open, allowing one to enjoy the view of the lake from any point on its arc. Besides the roadway, there is a pedestrian zone with white crossings, rare for such structures. This makes the bridge not merely a functional crossing, but a space for walks, contemplation, and communion with nature. It seems to disappear into the sea, yet in fact it is a powerful link between two countries, Denmark and Sweden. The Urusan Bridge connects Copenhagen and Malmö and consists of 3 outstanding parts: an 8-kilometer bridge section, a 4-kilometer underwater tunnel, and the artificial island of Paberholm. This island is not just the technological pivot between bridge and tunnel. It is also a nature reserve with more than 500 species of plants and diverse fauna. Created entirely by human hands, it has become a living corner of nature amid engineering might. Since its opening, the bridge has played a huge role in bringing the countries closer. If earlier the ferry journey took about an hour, the road now takes only 20 minutes, by train as well as by car. Architecture, ecology, and convenience, all in one ingenious project. Imagine walking along a bridge laid among rocky cliffs with a 40-meter chasm opening beneath you. This is Baste, a stone bridge in the picturesque region of Saxon Switzerland. Its length is 76.5 meters, and it consists of 7 stone arches linking majestic pinnacles above the gorge. From here, you behold views of the Elbe Valley, green meadows, and the village of Rathen. It feels as though you have stepped into a romantic painting. Baste inspired German poets, painters, and travelers as early as the 19th century. It does not merely connect rocks, it connects person with nature, past with present, art with reality. Have you ever dreamed of standing right in the sky, feeling the ground drop away beneath your feet? That is exactly the sensation the Skywalk, a transparent glass platform projecting 20 meters over the rim of the Grand Canyon, delivers. Situated 1,220 meters above the Colorado River, you literally hover above the abyss. The floor of 8 layers of special glass can bear the weight of 70 Boeing 747 airplanes. Yet despite its strength, the experience on this bridge remains thrillingly frightening. The view of the canyon, the winding river, and endless horizons will impress even the most seasoned travelers. This is not merely an observation deck. It is a leap into infinity, made on firm yet transparent ground. Sometimes nature creates bridges no less impressive than those of humankind. One example is the natural bridge in the eponymous park of Kentucky. It is thousands of years old, yet it looks as though it was created with deliberate intent. The span of the arch is 78 feet, and its height is 65 feet above the ground. This natural wonder has become the park's main attraction and annually draws thousands of visitors. A trail of 0.75 miles allows you to climb to the very top of the arch to feel what it is like to walk across the sky. For those not ready for a hike, the sky lift operates. At the summit, atop the arch, an awe-inspiring and peaceful landscape opens up, in which you want to dissolve and forget everything else. It has outlived civilizations and still stands, the Arcadico Bridge, built more than 3,000 years ago during the Bronze Age. It is the oldest bridge that can still be crossed today. Yes, cars once even drove over it. Constructed of massive limestone blocks without cement, using cyclopean masonry techniques, it still commands respect for the skill of ancient builders. Today, automotive traffic is forbidden, but walking across the ancient bridge means touching an era of heroes, myths, and Hellenic might. At first glance, it is hard to realize that what you see is a bridge. So much does it resemble a miniature palace. This is Sepol, a silent witness to the golden age of the Safavid Empire. Its name in Persian means 33 arches, and that is exactly how many arch spans are aligned in a single rhythm across the Zayande River in Isfahan. The bridge served a double function. It was not only an important transport link, but also acted as a dam, regulating the water level in the rainy season. Built of brick and stone, it amazes with both durability and elegance. Each arch evenly distributes weight, creating a reliable yet refined structure. Today, Sepol is not merely a historical monument, but a place where lovers, artists, poets, and travelers meet. It does not age, it lives, as does the city over which it rises. At first sight, it seems simply a beautiful old bridge, yet in reality, the Chongyang Wind and Rain Bridge is a cultural gem of China, built by the Dong people more than 100 years ago. Even more astonishing is how it was made. The 65-meter bridge is built entirely of wooden beams and tiles, without a single nail or drop of glue. The secret lies in ancient joinery techniques based on mortise and tenon joints, giving the structure incredible strength and flexibility. Architecturally, the bridge combines three elements: passageway, tower, and pavilion. It was originally intended as shelter from rain and wind, but over time, it became a symbol of Dong cultural identity. Its roof is adorned with curved lines and carved wooden details, creating a sense of peace and coziness amid village landscapes. In Singapore, amid skyscrapers and the bustling rhythm of the metropolis, a wave seems to be suspended in the sky. Henderson Waves, one of the most unusual pedestrian bridges in the world. It links the summits of two hills, allowing city dwellers to stroll high above the ground as though along a wave. What makes it unique? These are the curved steel arches that lift the wooden deck, forming a natural wave shape. The wooden ribs are made of rare balau timber brought from Southeast Asia. At night, the bridge comes alive. Its curves are illuminated by hundreds of light-emitting diodes, giving it a fantastic appearance. This is not merely a crossing. It is an art installation 36 meters high that must be seen with your own eyes. The Romans knew a thing or two about construction. The Pontagar is living proof. Built in the 1st century of our era, it still rises above the Garden River and is considered one of the best preserved ancient structures. Yet it was not merely a bridge. It was part of an aqueduct that supplied water to Nimes. Its total length reached nearly 50 kilometers. Its height is 48 meters. All of it was built without a single drop of mortar. Every stone was fitted with jeweler-like precision. Massive arches are arranged in 3 tiers, creating a spectacular symmetry. The site has become a mecca for tourists and history enthusiasts. Standing before it, you understand, here is a genuine wonder of engineering that has withstood 2 millennia of trials. Bridges are not just constructions of stone, steel, and concrete. They are proof of human will, genius, creativity, and striving for connection. Some are laid above chasms, others through water. Still others grow from the roots of trees. Each of them is a story of people, places, and time. Now a question for you: which of these bridges impressed you the most? Perhaps you know even crazier and more incredible bridges in the world. Write in the comments, share your stories and discoveries. And remember, even if a path seems impossible, somewhere in the world a bridge has already been built that conquers it.